Right now, there's an invisible force controlling your financial decisions. You might think it's the economy, your salary, or the market. But what if I told you that the biggest influence on your money isn't external? It's inside you. Your emotions about money are shaping your financial reality in ways you may not even realize. Fear could be holding you back from opportunities. Anxiety might be leading you to make poor decisions. And the most dangerous part, if you don't understand and control these emotions, you could spend your entire life struggling financially and never experience the true wealth that God has planned for you. The Bible warned us about this. Proverbs 25:28 says, "Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control." Without emotional control, any storm can destroy your finances. One impulse can wipe out years of effort. One bad decision can keep you trapped in scarcity. Now think about someone you know who seems to have a natural gift for business, someone who prospers effortlessly. Do you really believe it's just luck? Or is it possible they've mastered something no one ever taught you? The truth is, the most financially successful people aren't always the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who have learned how to master their emotions and make wise financial decisions. And that's exactly what I'm about to show you in this video. I'll reveal how your emotions might be sabotaging your financial success, and more importantly, how you can use God's principles to take control and achieve true prosperity. But before we begin, do this right now. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here I share powerful Bible-based financial wisdom that can transform your life. You don't want to miss this. The danger of uncontrolled emotions. Now, I need you to do something important. I know your time is valuable, but you're here because you're committed to God's wisdom. You understand that His Word has the power to transform lives, including your finances. So take a moment and comment below. I trust that God will give me victory over every financial challenge. Declare it now, because words have power, and you are speaking this into your life. I'll be reading and hearting every comment. Have you ever made a financial decision purely based on emotion? Maybe you bought something expensive out of frustration, spent money you didn't have just to impress someone, or avoided an opportunity because fear whispered, "What if you fail?" These moments seem small, but over time, they can determine whether you experience prosperity or stay trapped in financial stress. The Bible is clear: self-control is the key to success. Proverbs 16:32 says, "Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city." Think about that. A person who controls their emotions is more powerful than someone who conquers entire nations. That applies to business, investments, spending habits, every financial choice you make. But here's the problem. Society teaches us the opposite. We live in a world that constantly pushes luxury and instant gratification. Advertisements tell you, "You deserve this now." Social media makes you feel like you need more, and instead of seeking God's wisdom, people chase trends, emotions, and temporary pleasure, only to end up in debt, stress, and regret. Consider this. Have you ever wondered why wealthy individuals don't spend recklessly, even though they have more money than they could ever use? It's because they understand one crucial principle: emotions must never control financial decisions. The wealthiest people aren't impulsive. They don't buy just because they feel like it. They think long-term. This is exactly why some people struggle their entire lives, while others build riches that last for generations. The difference is not intelligence, luck, or even hard work. It's emotional discipline. But if you've struggled with emotional spending or financial anxiety, don't feel discouraged. The good news is that God has already provided a way for you to break free from this cycle. You just need to learn how to apply His principles, and once you do, everything will change. Now the question is, What happens when you allow fear and anxiety to take control of your financial decisions? The answer might surprise you. Is fear and anxiety destroying your finances? Fear is one of the most dangerous emotions when it comes to money. It keeps people stuck in scarcity, afraid to take action, afraid to invest, afraid to trust in God's provision. And yet fear feels so real, doesn't it? When the bills pile up, when the economy is unstable, when you're unsure of what's coming next, it's easy to let anxiety take over. But here's the truth: fear is a liar. It convinces you that you are alone, that you don't have enough, that you will never achieve financial freedom. And this mindset is exactly what keeps people trapped. Fear leads to inaction, and inaction leads to financial stagnation. The Bible directly warns us against this. Matthew 6:25 says, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes?" Yet, how many people ignore this teaching? Instead of trusting God, they let worry consume them, making financial decisions based on anxiety rather than wisdom. Think about this. How many opportunities have you missed because you were afraid? Maybe you didn't start that business because you doubted yourself. Maybe you avoided an investment because you feared loss. Maybe you stayed in a job you hate because you were scared of financial uncertainty. And where has that fear led you? Has it brought prosperity or kept you struggling? This is what happens when money controls you instead of you controlling money. When fear dictates your financial choices, you start thinking small, making decisions based on survival rather than growth and abundance. But here's the good news. God did not create you to live in fear. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." Do you see it? Power, love, a sound mind. These are the keys to financial success and stability. Fear leads to poverty. Faith leads to prosperity. So, what's the solution? You need to learn how to shift from fear-based financial decisions to faith-based financial decisions. And the moment you do, everything changes. But how exactly do you develop this level of emotional intelligence over your finances? The answer is simpler than you think. How to use emotional intelligence to multiply your money. Most people think financial success is about working harder, earning more, or finding the perfect investment. But the truth is, those who truly build wealth don't just manage their money, they manage their emotions. This is called emotional intelligence, and it's one of the most powerful tools in achieving financial prosperity. Think about it. Have you ever noticed that some people earn a lot but still struggle, while others with less income seem to be financially stable? It's not always about how much you make, it's about how you handle what you have. The difference lies in their mindset and self-control. The Bible teaches this principle clearly. Proverbs 16:32 says, "Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than one who takes a city." In other words, discipline and wisdom are more valuable than raw strength or effort. If you can control your emotions, you can control your financial future. So, how does emotional intelligence help you multiply your money? First, it stops impulsive spending. Have you ever bought something just because it felt good in the moment, only to regret it later? Emotional intelligence allows you to recognize these urges and resist them. Instead of spending based on emotion, you start making financial choices based on logic and purpose. Second, it helps you make wise investments. Fear keeps many people from investing, while greed makes others invest recklessly. But those who master their emotions don't let fear stop them, nor do they chase luxury without wisdom. Instead, they think long-term and make financial moves that lead to growth. And third, it teaches patience and persistence. Many people give up on their financial goals because they expect instant results. They start a business, and if it doesn't succeed right away, they quit. They try saving money, but when progress is slow, they stop. But true prosperity comes to those who stay consistent. Proverbs 13:11 says, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." Now, if these principles make sense to you, then do one simple thing. Hit the like button. This way, YouTube will recognize that this content is valuable and show it to more people who need to hear this message. So now the question is, if emotional intelligence is the secret to financial success, then what is the next step to completely transforming your finances? The answer lies in something that most people completely overlook: the power of gratitude and generosity in building true wealth. Most people believe that to become wealthy, they need to hold on tightly to their money, saving every penny, avoiding generosity, and focusing only on accumulation. But the Bible teaches the opposite. True prosperity doesn't come from greed. It comes from a heart of gratitude and a spirit of generosity. This is one of the biggest financial secrets that many people overlook. Luke 6:38 says, "Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap." In other words, when you give with the right heart, you create a flow of blessing in your life. But here's where many people misunderstand this principle. Generosity is not about losing money. It's about positioning yourself to receive more. When you give with faith, you are not just giving to others. You are activating a spiritual law that brings growth, favor, and new opportunities. Think about the wealthiest and most successful people. Many of them have a habit of giving, whether through donations, charity, or helping others in need. This is no coincidence. They understand that true abundance is not about hoarding, it's about circulation. The more you release with the right heart, the more comes back to you. And let's talk about gratitude. People who are always focused on what they lack will never feel truly rich, no matter how much they earn. But those who cultivate a mindset of gratitude open themselves up to more opportunities, more wisdom, and more financial breakthroughs. Philippians 4:6-7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Now take a moment to think about this. How different would your life be if you started practicing gratitude and generosity today? What kind of blessings could start flowing into your finances, business, and personal life? And if this message spoke to you, I want to ask you for one simple action. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. You never know whose life could be changed just by understanding this principle. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, this makes sense, but how do I start applying these principles in my daily financial life? The answer is simple, and it all comes down to a powerful shift in how you think about money. It's time to take control of your financial future. Now let me ask you something important. Are you going to continue letting your emotions control your financial future, or are you ready to take control and step into the prosperity that God has planned for you? You've just learned some of the most powerful biblical principles about money, how fear and anxiety destroy financial success, how emotional intelligence leads to wealth, and how gratitude and generosity open the doors to even greater blessings. But knowledge alone won't change your life. Only action does. So be honest with yourself. What is the first financial habit you need to change today? Are you spending based on emotions? Are you letting fear hold you back from financial opportunities? Or have you been ignoring the power of gratitude and generosity? Remember, God has already given you the wisdom and the tools to succeed. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth. Your prosperity is not just about making more money. It's about aligning your mindset and actions with God's principles. And now, I want to challenge you. Don't let this be just another video you watch. Apply what you've learned. Start making better financial decisions. Trust God's plan over your emotions. Before you go, do 3 things right now. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss another life-changing teaching. Hit the like button if this message spoke to you. This helps spread this wisdom to more people who need it. Watch the next video on your screen. It will take you even deeper into this subject and show you the next step to transforming your finances through biblical principles. And if this video impacted you, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. You never know how one piece of wisdom can completely change someone's financial future. Now, don't hesitate. Take action, apply these principles, and step into the abundance that is already waiting for you.